Welcome to Mechanical Tutorials. I'm going to teach you different techniques in SolidWorks for mechanical engineers. So before starting FE analysis, we should understand basics about material properties and material types. So how do we select material? There are n number of materials in the market like steel, plastics, wood, cork, glass, ceramic, rubber, copper. How do we select different materials for different components? So for that we have to understand about some of the material properties, and this is about stress strain curve. So the linear slope is where the material doesn't deform at all. So there is a uniform thickness on the material cross section. So when it reaches tensile yield strength or simply yield strength, it start deforming. So yield strength is nothing but maximum stress where a material start deforming permanently. That is called plastic deformation, and it is measured in Newton per meter square or pascals, or we can use PSI also. Next is ultimate tensile strength or simply ultimate strength or tensile strength. It is called UTS, where the necking of the component takes place. So tensile strength is maximum stress at which material start failing or breaking. So there is a slowly breaking of this component and finally it fractures. So usually we will consider where there is no plastic deformation. So the stress at which where there is no plastic deformation, that is tensile strength or tensile yield strength. So in material properties, when we apply material to any component, we have to consider at least 4 factors, that is elastic modulus. This elastic modulus is sometimes called Young's modulus, that is the slope of this stress strain curve. So this gives the rigidity or stretching or bending of the component. So how rigid is the component, it defines. Next, Poisson ratio I am going to explain in the next slide. Mass density. The density will gives us the idea about approximate weight of the component. So for same strength we can have different density, and that results in weight of the component. Sometimes weight of the component is very much important while designing aircrafts or automobiles. So this is very much important. Next property is yield strength. I have already explained. So the yield strength is maximum strength at which the material start deforming. So these 4 are important. So in Poisson ratio have the range of 0 to 0.5. So cork is having 0, glass is having 0.05 to 0.01, rubber is having 0.045 to 0.5. So rubber is having the maximum value 0.5. So if any value is near to 0 is brittle in nature, and any value which is near to 0.5 is elastic in nature. So it works like a rubber. So based on that, based on our application, we can select the material. So Poisson ratio is very much important while selecting the material. Sometimes we design very good product with good material, but suddenly it fractures because of brittleness. So Poisson ratio is very less for this component. So we have to be very much careful. So steel is having 0.27 to 0.3, aluminum is having 0.33, cast iron is 0.2 to 0.3. See, cast iron is very much near to glass, so it is brittle in nature. Some common metals is having 0.25 to 0.4, brass is having 0.33, copper is having 0.285. So let's see these different materials. Steel is having 0.27 to 0.3. Plastics are having 0.3 to 0.36. 0.16 is having wood, and cork is having 0. Glass is having 0.05 to 0.1. Ceramic is 0.25. See, 0.25 is very much near to 0. So it is brittle in nature. Cork also is brittle in nature. Rubber is having 0.5. It is elastic in nature. And plastics and steel are lying between brittle material and elastic material. Now copper is having 0.285. So Poisson ratio plays a major role while selecting a material. So when we understand different components while doing the analysis, we'll get more idea on these material properties and selection of material. So let's go to the example. Hi, today I am going to explain about FEA analysis of pressure vessel. This is a tank with pressure 200 psi, that is 1.37 megapascal. So I am going to show you how to apply the boundary conditions and verify the results. So this is the pressure vessel. This is made into two parts. Later stage it is joined as a single component. So unlike metallic pressure vessels, this is a plastic pressure vessel which is made with injection molding, and it is made with polypropylene with a glass filled reinforcement. So for generating the FEA analysis report, we have to create this assembly as a single component. So we have to create a component like this. You can see the cross section, and the pressure is going to apply on this inner surface. So this is a simple revolve feature. With various dimensions. See, here I have shown all the dimensions. So I am going to drop the link in the description. You can download the PDF for further reference. And whenever we develop any report, we have to write a disclaimer. So you can read all the details, and if you are developing any project or with real-time examples, then you can use this disclaimer. So here you can see I have created a simple boss with dia 188. And it's having a thickness of 16 mm. So here 16 mm. So you can download this PDF, and you can create this model, and you can practice the FEA analysis. So now I am going to show you how to apply the boundary conditions. So here we have to go to Study Advisor. I am concerned about stresses. Next, create a static study. See, material we can apply from here. So I have taken a polypropylene as a base material. Here we can customize the material according to requirement. So fixtures, here we have to go to advanced. See, here the pressure vessel acts as a balloon. It's a simply shell. There is no fixed supports for this. So we have to arrest the axial moment of the shell and rotational moment. So for that we have to go to advanced references. So here we have to select these two circular and we have to select this edge. So we are going to arrest this. See here. So there is no movement. So if when you give 0, there is no movement. And here I am going to increase the symbols. See here, we can see these symbols. So I am going to arrest this. Now this rotational movement is arrested. So you can see this is arrested. So for that I need to select these two edges and the axis. Now to arrest the axial moment, once again we have to go to advanced mates, and here we have to select any one circular edge and one axis. Here we have to select this axis. So you can see the arrows, the direction of the arrows. Now we are going to arrest by 0. So for better visibility I am increasing by 200. So this direction I am going to arrest. So whenever we don't have any supports or fixed clamping supports, then we have to use advanced references. Then we have to apply the pressure. So visibility, I have taken the cross section. Here I have to apply the pressure. So we have to select the surfaces. Where the pressure is going to exert. So after selecting the surface, we have to give the pressure. So here 200 psi. Say OK. See here I am going to show the pressure applied. See, this is the pressure applied. Now, so these two boundary countries are completed. One is arresting rotation and other one is arresting axial moment, and also we have applied the pressure. Now we have to go to mesh and we have to select the create mesh. Here we have to keep as it is. See, this is the mesh generated. now what we have to do is we have to go to now. So results are generated now. So what we have to do is we have to go to edit definition, and we have to keep true scale. Now we can see the exact results. Here in displacement also we have to keep true scale. See here. Here also units I am keeping in PSI. So let us analyze the results. So stresses developed here is 3774 PSI and displacement is 2.99 mm. See here the stresses, and see the blue color zone is safe area, and green is little bit safe, and red color zone is more possibility of failure zone. So in upcoming video I am going to show you how to modify the design and design optimization of the same model. And here we can see the displacement of maximum of 2.9 at this neck area, and other places are safe, and that is less than 2 mm. So that's how we have to analyze the component. Now let's see the factor of safety. So deformation is 2.99 and tensile yield strength of polypropylene is approximately 5000 psi, and this 1 Moses stress what we achieved from the model is 3774 psi. So when we divide tensile yield strength by 1 Moses strength, we get the factor of safety of 1.3. The product might be safe, but it is not much recommended. So either we have to increase the strength of the material by changing the grade, or we have to change the design. So I am going to show you how to modify design to improve the strength in upcoming video. So these are the result of this pressure vessel. Thank you.